trust me now. I've searched my whole life through.
Thanks for joining us for another great segment. Today we're going to be talking with John Teetzloff, Advanced Case Specialist over at Catholic United Financial. They've been providing their members with life insurance, annuities, and other products, services, and benefits that will contribute to the financial well-being of their members and all their families. John is going to cover some specific things about their service and their products. Welcome to the show again, John.
Well, hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. Well, let's start the question off again. Who is Catholic United Financial, and what is it exactly that you do there?
Okay, Catholic United Financial, again, is a fraternal benefits society. And for those that don't know what that is, really it's a company that works with a specific group of people, and that would be Catholics in our case. Catholic United Financial has been around 135 years, and the goal back 135 years ago was Catholics helping Catholics, and that's really what we do today in kind of two sides, fraternally and financially. And I really deal a lot with the financial side of Catholic United Financial. I help members with estate planning. I do training for our company, so when there's a need for continuing education for our sales reps, or we hire some new sales reps, I help train them into the different ways of doing things through our company.
Sure.
And then we also do a lot of estate planning, and part of my title is Advanced Case Specialist, and it's kind of a fancy term for working with folks who maybe have higher net worths, who have more estate planning issues. And then another part of my job is to do what we call estate planning seminars, which is going out to the different churches and parishes and just presenting basic estate planning ideas for the congregation or the folks that show up. I think last year alone we did over 50 seminars throughout Minnesota and North and South Dakota. So it's been very successful, and we're able to kind of talk in general terms of what people should be doing.
Oh, that is really great. Well, you're very busy, and you know exactly what you're doing, and that is something people are going to want to know and want to have when they're dealing with your people there. Can anyone buy a product, and where do you sell your product?
Well, again, because of the fraternal nature, and again, it's a rule through the state of Minnesota that if you're considered a fraternal company, you're allowed to only work with a certain group of people, and that obviously in our name is Catholics. So we're only able to work with Catholics or families of Catholic members.
Okay.
Where do we sell our products? Basically, we're in the 5-state area. Mainly, we do business in Minnesota, but we also go in North and South Dakota, Wisconsin, and into Iowa a little bit as well.
Okay, and your headquarters is in Arden Hills? Or?
Correct, Arden Hills, Minnesota, yeah.
Yes, I go by there all the time, so I see you guys. How can someone learn more about Catholic United Financial or about a specific product?
Well, in general, again, we have a wonderful website, and that's catholicunitedfinancial.org, which is a good starting point. More specifically, I think we encourage folks to talk to the individual sales representatives that serve the particular areas that people live in. And again, a great way to find that is through the website. There's a link that says Find Your Rep. Click on that and put your zip code in there, and it'll pop up the name of the person there, and then they can contact them.
I thought that was so cool, because I did. I typed in my zip code and your rep and the pictures right on there.
Yep. So it's an easy, it's easy to find somebody. Also, our sales reps are very in tune with the parishes that they work with. So hopefully you're seeing them in the church and in the volunteer activities and things as well, and can make contact that way too.
What do you think, John, would be some of the overriding issues for people today?
That's a great question. There's with the economy ups and downs, and that's happened for years and years. But with the economy ups and downs, it's a great question because everybody's needs are a little bit different. And if we can kind of put that in terms of age groups, it might be a little bit easier to understand.
Sure.
Kind of the first age group that has some overriding issues would be those folks maybe retirement age or beyond.
Okay.
Most of the issues that I see with that group are what we call estate planning. Okay. And estate planning is kind of a fancy term, but really it's just how do I get my stuff
Sure.
to where I want it to go someday. And we help people just understand the basic rules there and what are some of the solutions to the problems they might have, whether it's too many taxes or nursing home issues. We have products and solutions that can help with that age group as well. Next age group, if we kind of go younger in age, maybe the middle-aged folks who maybe the kids are off to college or gone, and now really the big issue for them is retirement. You know, they've kind of spent money on their children for 20 years, maybe more. Now it's time to start thinking about themselves a little more seriously.
I know how that is. I bet you do too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. And so we talk a lot about retirement issues. You know, what are some ways that we can get them to where they want to be? We talk a lot about, you know, protection of assets. You know, what if something would happen and that pension is gone or that IRA is gone? How can we kind of replace that? And then the third group kind of goes to the, you know, the young families, the 20, 30-year-old crowd and younger. You know, and what are their issues is really the key issue there is protecting the family.
Okay.
You know, if something would happen to that man or woman and the income is gone and now there's kids and a spouse to take care of, you know, that's a huge responsibility for a lot of those folks. And so we talk to them, we help again understand what the issues potentially are, and then help solve those with the different products, whether it's a term insurance product or a cash value type of insurance product or a Roth IRA or all of those types of things that we can help them with.
Okay, that sounds great. Now, what should a person be thinking about at whatever age do you think? Like, say, someone like myself who's 25 years of age.
You look good.
But seriously, what should someone be thinking about at an age that, you know, they're not sure what they want to do?
Okay. Well, let's start kind of at the other end here. Let's talk about that younger age group. Again, I think the overriding factor there is really, you know, how do we protect our families? You know, again, we have to think that if something happened to mom or dad on the way home from work and they're not coming home anymore, how are the bills going to get paid? How are the kids going to get to college? You know, how are the debts or the mortgage going to get taken care of? Again, those are the big issues for that age group. And again, we have some solutions to that to help alleviate that stress a lot of times.
Absolutely.
When we move again to the middle age group, again, like I mentioned before, retirement is probably a big issue. There again, we look at different types of retirement plans. The older we get, people tend to, not always, but people tend to be a little bit more conservative. You know, they want some guarantees and stuff on their retirement plans. At Catholic United Financial has wonderful products that are guaranteed. So there's no risk of losing money, and so a lot of folks like that product for that age group. And then as we get into the senior years, maybe again the 65, 70-year-olds, their main goal is not so much to grow money anymore, but again, preserve assets and make sure that when something eventually happens, that they have a good plan of getting those assets to their children, their church, their charities, wherever they want to go. Because without a plan, it's really, you know, there's no direction to anything. And so we help put direction to assets and based on their goals and objectives and, you know, things that are important to them.
And with the way the economy is going today and the illnesses and accidents, you guys, I know you also offer life insurance, and there's more things that go with that as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, you know, and the products are kind of geared to fit certain situations.
Okay.
You know, term insurance is a product for a temporary need, like taking care of children for a period of time or covering a debt for a period of time. Where we have permanent insurance, which is more for having insurance in place forever. So maybe covering funeral costs, or again, estate planning, we use a lot of life insurance, permanent insurance to help pay taxes, or again, help pass assets to the children in a little bit better manner, meaning tax-free.
Absolutely. And again, these are things you don't really think about every day, and it's really things that we should be thinking about. They're very important. What do you have scheduled, say, for estate planning seminars?
Well, we have one in October in Albany, Minnesota, and then there's two in November in Fargo, North Dakota, and we have another one in Wisconsin Rapids, which is kind of far from the metro, but we keep scheduling those on a weekly basis. Last year, I think we did about 52 seminars throughout Minnesota, North and South Dakota, and
Okay.
throughout that whole year. So
Sure.
we were able to touch a lot of people. And again, the basis of the estate planning seminar isn't to sell a product, it's to just educate folks and help them understand, what if I don't have a plan, or geez, my plan is 20, 30 years old, or, how do we kind of get around that and help people see the different options that they have and really educate, and then say, here's some of the issues you have, here's some ways that we can help solve that. And in a really calm manner, really non-invasive manner, just kind of like you and I are talking today, and just kind of to get to know each other and find out what their issues
And it's
are.
actually very important, and it's actually fun
Yeah.
to know all these things, because when the time does come, you're ready and you're prepared.
Absolutely.
I want to thank you again for being here to talk about your organization and all the things that it is doing to help people out there. Again, Catholic United Financial is dedicated in working with you to improve the financial strength of your family, your church, and your community. It's a great idea. Go to their website, check out their services that are offered at catholicunitedfinancial.org, or you can just give them a call at 651-490-0170. Again, faith, hope, and love are the keys to accomplishing anything. Thanks again, John, for being here.
Thank you very much.